Shalom, 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 alaikum, Yashara. So in today's video, and hey to the Gentiles that are also following after Yah's righteousness. We cannot forget y'all. So in today's video, I want to talk about this post that I saw on social media where this woman was talking about if you wear your natural hair, you are considered broke, low budget, and homely. And it is so crazy that we have some of our own representatives, because if y'all don't know, I'm a Yasharelite. I don't believe that just because you are a person that is my same complexion that we're the same group of people. And you will realize that when you come into the knowledge of the truth, that we're not all the same people, and that they gave us those bywords, number one, to make us be considered bastards, because bastards are people that don't have a home, a place, a father. And we do in fact have a home, a place, and our Father is the Most High Yah. So I don't, you're not going to hear me calling myself B-Lack and all that other stuff, because I already know the propaganda behind that. I'm already past that, baby. I'm already past that. But sometimes in videos, you'll hear me saying so-called black people, so-called African-American people, so-called Negroes. And that's because, that's the way that the world would identify certain groups of people. And like I said, all people that are the brown shade are not related or the same group of people, but they'll lie to you and have you believe that. But like melanated people, they'll sit around and say, oh, why can't we all just get along? And the reason why we don't all get along is because we're not all the same ethnic group or tribe of people, and that causes divisions and stuff like that. Especially the children of Yah, the whole world has taken crafty counsel against Yah's children, and they've done this to get different trinkets and pleasures of this world temporarily, and then they're gonna have to end up paying for the stuff that their people has done. And that's biblical and prophecy. Like, and if you're a Gentile person and you're following after the Most High Yah, y'all know that it says that y'all have inherited lies from your fathers. Like, it's gonna be some of your people that say that. Now, to the ones that are, following after y'all's righteousness, and y'all are, cleaving on to Yasharal, and you're following after Yah and the truth, and you don't, everybody got to repent for the things that they, done. Even Yasharal, we've had to repent for the sins of our forefathers and stuff that they've gotten into. And as you read more of the books that were opened up in the end times, in the last days, you'll see that our ancestors was into a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of people just think that we went into slavery and captivity for no reason, or like they'll be like, oh, why is this happening to us, and they just doing this because of our skin color. And that's not really the case. They're doing that way more than just for your skin color. It's a real divine reason behind that. Number one, being made in the image of Yah, and the ones that chose to rebel against Yah and go in the way that they wanted to go their own way, they have a problem with you. They hate you because of who you are. They hate you because the Father loves you, and they hate you because you are the children of the Most High Yah. And that's just what it is. And it don't have nothing really to do with skin color, because like I said, some of our oppressors resemble us. Y'all know when Yehoshua was walking through Galilee, or Moses was in Egypt, we look very similar to places that had, our oppressors there. They look and they resemble us. If you've seen the Jordan, what's the Jordan Peele movie? The movie Us, and it was the people in the other side that looked like them, but they was in one world and the other people was in the other world behind it. Just get into that. But the reason that I say that, to get into this post, like I said, get back to this post. The original post was, if you wear your natural hair, you're low budget, you're just, and it's really, what y'all must understand is there's a lot of people that are against the children of Yah. They want you to corrupt your image, because if you corrupt your image, you are being disrespectful, number one, to the Most High Yah. Number two, the ultimate goal of Hasatan is to corrupt the creation of the Most High Yah. So the ultimate goal is to get you to not like who you are, because if I could get you into sin, then I can continue to be ahead of you, right? You can continue to be at the bottom, because they know the Yah that we serve, the Yah that is our Father, is not for sin. He does not go for that. So they know that to separate us from the Father, they have to continue to push sin and get us into agreement with that. So it's playing with your mental and your psyche to get you to have, like, dysmorphia against yourself. So when I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at these posts, and it's like a lot of our sisters, due to colonialism and all of that other stuff, they are blinded, y'all. They are messed up mentally. They really think that putting on somebody else's hair makes them another money status, or it. And honestly, a lot of them have wig blindness, because when you see, now everybody that put on a wig, it don't look bad, some of them, but a lot more times than not, you see a wig and you know that that's a wig on a person's head. And it's so crazy to get people into saying a demonic statement like that, where they're saying that the hair that the Most High Yah has given you, that is in his image, they're telling you is low budget. But to get a hair of another nation of people is superior to that. That is self-hate. That is self-hate on a large scale. And I'm noticing too, it's been a lot of videos from that Pop the Balloon show, or dating shows, where there's been candidates on there. And this is not to say that, of course, just because somebody goes on the show, that doesn't mean that those are the views of the show. So let me make that clear. But there has been people going on those dating shows, and you can see the indoctrination, because women just will have their natural hair, and then you will see these men going out their way, because they've been so indoctrinated. And this is what people have to tell themselves: your hair will never be straight. You don't have hair that grows down like this. So trying to beat your hair into subjection to do that, trying to fry your hair, you have tried to chemically alter your hair, is not going to change your phenotype and who you are and who you was called to be. It's not going to change that. And people, they could have a cop out of assimilation and the rest of that stuff, and this is why they do that, this, that, and the third. Let me tell you this. Yehoshua already told you that you must bear your cross. You must pick up your cross. Now, I know it's not a cross. My Yashara Life family, we know it's not a cross. We know what it was. We know how the Romans did their thing. That's why it say curse is whoever hangeth on a tree. We know that's why when they came over here, they did the same thing to our ancestors, and they put them on a tree to resemble Yehoshua in the crucifixion. But that's a whole nother thing. I'm not going to get on here and talk about all that. But boom, like I said, you will have sisters with bugged out looking wigs. And a lot of that, when I see certain sisters or whatever, and they have that stuff on, and this is not condemning nobody for doing that, because like I said, I used to be a participant of wig wearing and weave wearing and stuff like that. A lot of sisters that had them wigs on, know they deal with demonic possession. And I'm saying what I said. It is hard not to, when you are getting hair from people that are making demonic sacrifices to their gods. And I don't call you a lot of times y'all will hear me call Elohim Yah Most High, because I know that the word God is referring to lower level demons, but that's a whole different situation. There's different cultures and they do different things. I'm not here to go on, about their practices and the rest of that. I got videos on that. But I'm like, to get up here and try to project your self-hate onto other people because they are coming into acceptance of who they are, what their phenotype is. Because it don't even matter if you're not Yasharal, even if you're a Gentile and you may be one of the other Gentile families that's Shafef, you might be Ham, and your hair may not resemble being long, straight, and down your back. It's not. And then you got sisters that they'll fight against themselves so hard. You know, how to beat shrinkage, how to do this. If your hair do that, then that's what it do. They be like, oh, natural hair is not for everybody. The Most High Yah don't make mistakes. I told y'all, all these beautification rituals and stuff like that, it's a Babylonian agenda to make you look like the corrupted and the fallen seed. That's a whole, I ain't finna do that today. I ain't finna go into it today, y'all. I don't feel like going down that with y'all today. In this video, but the level of self-hate is real. I just seen a video, y'all, also where a young lady was like, oh, if you go outside without no makeup on, you ain't this, you're basic, you're mid. And these the same girls, I'm gonna tell you, the girls that be having the most weave, the most makeup, all of that stuff, they go and get the BBLs, all of that stuff, and they be the most ran through. They be the most unwed. They be the most, you know, a man is calling them to their bed, but not calling them and taking them serious. But these be the ones telling you it's something wrong with you because you don't want to put weave in your head. And despite finding out that it's the chemicals in the weave is causing all kind of reproductive issues that they coming out. See, the Most High making them come out with truth in this end time. Making your enemies, forcing them to have to come out with the truth about what they've been doing to you. I just seen a young lady where she was on Instagram talking about, it was hives all over her body from the formaldehyde that she was using to slick down her edges in gel and wash and goes and the rest of this stuff. Y'all got to realize, when you the children of the Most High Yah, everybody has taken crafty counsel against you. Everybody. So these people is not playing fair. These people is not playing nice with you. The devil is not playing with you. You want to have a look. Your edges don't lay down. You don't have edges that lay down. Now, some of our sisters do, where they might have a finer hair texture where they do could lay down. But that's a whole different situation. The majority of us, edges is not finna lay down. Why you think all of a sudden now they coming out with 4C edges on wigs? Because they know that the truth is coming out about what they've been doing with these hair extensions. I don't care if you wear the human ones. They coming out talking about the corpse hair. The different illnesses and stuff attached to this stuff. Bro, melanated women need to start paying attention. Why is it that you deal with the highest levels of autoimmune and stress related and all this other stuff, reproductive and stuff? These people is not playing with you. And yet you'll have a stupid bop that come up online and tell you, oh, because you're not doing the Babylonian beauty rituals, it's a problem with you. You'll have a stupid bop that tell you, oh, you need to get into the transformation agenda because your body is not on fleek. When it's just, they don't see, the Hasatan don't ever promote doing the work. The Most High don't ever give you stuff without making you work for it. You got to work and build character. Hasatan is the only one that give you junk food, instant gratification, so that you could fall off and so that you could be destroyed. That's the ultimate point. So he'll offer you overnight success with a cost. But I'm going to tell you, the process of having to sacrifice come from the Most High. Because when you serve the Most High, in order for you to sacrifice, that's why I tell you obedience is better than sacrifice. So you got to give up stuff to serve the Father. And a lot of people don't really want to pay the cost, being honest with you. They don't. Anyway, it's King Brittany Chanel. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all on the next video. I'm just like, how dare these charlatans keep getting up here talking crazy out the side of their jaw. I'm out.